guess how similar are those offenses? Is it purely just terminology differences, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously some terminology differences, and then Coach Leach was kind of like the OG, drop back 65 times and throw it every play type of guy, which was great. The only difference here is, we're going to be more gap scheme oriented and throw some RPOs and, put pressure on the defense in those kind of ways. And so that's where we're kind of going to be a little bit different from the traditional Mike Leach way of playing.
How have you kind of improved your processing as a fact of playing with this RPO scheme, trying to get the ball out quick, and decision making?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of something in high school, we did a lot of, and we were really similar in philosophy in high school as far as running gap schemes, throwing RPOs, and taking advantage of the numbers of the defense and where they're going to be at. And so there's already kind of a familiarity with that. But then, I just credit Coach Longo for, being such a great teacher of the offense and really making things simple and helping me understand how everything's going to work.
Along with the quarterback, they've already a bunch of receivers. Just it feels like a bunch of them are making plays. Just what's that like working with them, and how they kind of receiver room?
Yeah, man, I just think the thing that stood out to me the most is the depth. I think it's one of those things, like, it doesn't really matter who's in right now. You're getting constant production out of everybody. I think we have probably 7 or 8 receivers that you could say could be a 1. And I think on any team, when you can do that, you're in great shape. So we've got tremendous depth at that position in particular, and that's going to really pay off for us this year, because you never know what's going to come up throughout the year, and, the more guys, the better. So I'm happy to be on their team, that's for sure, and, I can't wait to see what each one of them is going to do.
Trust's defense seems like he moves around a lot. Is that challenging as a quarterback?
Yeah, no, Trust is one of the best. Coach Fick is one of the best. There's a reason that those guys are really good on defense, and it's been great for me. It's been great for our offensive line. It's been great for our receivers. It's been great for everybody to have to deal with that pressure every single day and go against guys that are going to make your life really, really hard. And each day is going to be something different. And anytime that you can have success, it's a good feeling, because those guys are going to give people a lot of problems this year.
What allowed you to grasp an understanding of the offense so early? That's something Coach Longo was talking about as to primary reason why you're the backup right now.
It's just kind of I just think the curiosity and the love for the game. I'm not here to really impress anybody with my study skills or things like that. I love this game. I'm curious about this game. I want to know more. My mind has always been my edge in this game. And, I've never been a fast guy. I've never been a big guy. And so that's going to be what elevates me, and that's going to be what separates me. And so I take a lot of pride in that, and that's kind of what's led to, my habits here.
The last thing I got is the offense that's been so far has been different from a whole lot different from what's been right here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just what do you think is the ceiling of what you guys could do on offense this year?
Yeah, I think there's no limitations to it. I think we're in a league. That doesn't know what's coming from Wisconsin. They, like you said, they traditionally things have been a lot different here, and so I think we're going to catch a lot of people off guard. Obviously, people are aware that we bring in Coach Longo, and they kind of know what to expect just from what he was doing at North Carolina and Ole Miss and things like that. But there's a lot of weapons here that people don't necessarily know about. And we're going to take advantage of that, and I think we're going to give people a lot of problems this year.
We've heard a lot about just the time you spend away from the field, learning the game and teaching others. Just how do you try to maybe pass on your prior knowledge of this scheme to the other guys?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Longo talks about it all the time. The more that you teach this stuff, the better that you know it, and the more that it'll enhance your understanding for it. And so, the more that I can get in front of guys and draw it up on the board and give examples of it, the better it is for me, really, because then it re-enhances it in my mind, and we keep going and keep growing our knowledge, and I think it's only going to make us better in the long run.